Hi there. I'm Justin Silverman, the founder and CEO of Paige, and I'm very excited to walk you through the latest version of Paige in this onboarding tutorial. So if you just signed up for Paige first, congratulations and thank you so much for trying out my platform, Paige. I'm very excited to share it with you because it has helped over 10,000 businesses rank higher on Google Maps, and you're up next. So what I'm going to do is walk through a fake business's onboarding called Rizzy's Burgers. And I'm going to do my best to go through every single feature step by step so that you can set up your business as completely as possible. The first thing that you need to do after signing up is make sure that we have a good logo for your business. If you don't like the one that we got, or there wasn't one in your Google profile for us to get already, then just change it here and then hit continue. That'll be important to do because we're going to use this when we start to customize all the content. Next thing that we need to do is pick the target keywords that we want to rank for this business. And what I would suggest you do is pick a variation between hard keywords and then a few easier ones, but don't go for more than two keywords with near me in it. And the reason for that is because you don't want your content to sound too spammy. So what I'm going to do is select burger near me, burger restaurant, hamburger restaurant, best burgers, and burger delivery. And we'll leave it there for now. You can select up to 10, but I'm just going to do 5 for the scenario. If you don't like any of the ones that Paige recommended, and these are all based on what people are searching in your area. So you can see this is the estimated average search volume within the radius that is likely to buy from you. So if you don't like any of Paige's keywords, you can just go ahead and type in a custom one here and then say add keyword. But I'm going to remove that one and just continue. I also want to point out that we have a spectacular support team. You can find them by clicking this live chat button right here. First, it'll be an AI response to try to answer it right away. But if the AI cannot handle it for you and you want more help, just say, "Can I talk to a human?" And it will put you in touch with one of our awesome support reps. The next thing that you need to do is put in the important cities. So if you're a brick and mortar business and you are in a specific city, then you'll just put that in here. So let's say that you're in Beverly Hills, um, California, you're just going to put in Beverly Hills. But let's say that you're a service area business and you serve the surrounding cities. What I would suggest you do here is put in the 3 closest cities that you want to serve. You can add more if you want, but it's best that you keep these to as few as possible because Paige is going to add these after the keywords to bring authority to your keyword in that city. And if you do too many of these, Paige just won't be able to fully customize the content enough to really move the needle. So if you're physically located in one city, then just include one. Or if you're a service area business, I would go up to 3, no more than 5, no matter what. And if you're a physical building, but you want to attract customers from other places, then I'll show you how you can do that using the train page feature. The next thing that you need to do is pick the area that you want to track your rankings in, because every month Paige is actually going to go and show you how well you're ranking in all across the area that you select here. And it's tempting to choose a large radius saying, oh, I want customers from all over. But that'll actually make it impossible for us to have good data back because the pins will be too far apart. And Google really doesn't show businesses that are from more than, say, 10 miles away anymore. If you're in the middle of a major city, keep it at like a 6.5 by 6.5 radius. If you're in the middle of like New York City, you're going to want 1.3 by 1.3. Just basically, depending on how many competitors you have in the area, determines how big your audit area should be. If you have a lot of competition in a major city, keep it in one of these 3. If you're a little bit more rural and not much competition, maybe go between 9.75 and 26. I would avoid these larger ones because it's really not going to let you see much progress. Okay, I'm going to say continue now that I'm happy with it. And I could have also dragged that red pin around to better match my service area. The next thing that Paige is doing is looking at all of the setup information that I have on my profile and comparing it to those target keywords and target cities to make sure that everything is as optimized as possible. So the first thing we need to look at is my business description. You can see this is my current business description. and you can see what Paige recommended we change it to based on the keywords that we selected. I'm going to say approve, and this is actually going to go straight to Google now. You don't need to copy and paste anything. Hitting approve will send it right away. And then it's going to bring you down this list. And this list is going to vary based on what type of business you're onboarding. If you're onboarding a service business, then you're going to see suggested services. And then Paige is going to also write all the service descriptions. Just go ahead and approve those. And then next, you're going to get to this attribute section and go ahead and turn on as many of these as you can, because the more information you share with Google, the more likely they can show you to their customers. Scrolling down, you'll see there's a social profiles section. This is where you want to put all of your social profile links. So if you have a Facebook page, put in the link. If you have an order ahead link, put it in. If you let your customers text you, add your texting link. Add as many of these as possible and do it as completely as you can, because most likely once you set this up once, you're not going to go back and clean it up. And the list of available options will change based on the type of business. So if you're a service business, there's going to be a scheduling link. Make sure to add that if you have one. The next thing that Paige is going to do is look to see if you have any bad reviews on your profile that might be against Google's terms and conditions. And if there were any, it's going to show you why it's against their terms so that you can go and flag with Google. But don't worry, we're also going to go and flag all of your bad reviews that you got in the past, as well as your future ones automatically for as long as you're using Paige to help you get those removed. There's no guarantee that Google ever removes bad reviews, but the more people that flag it and the faster they flag it, the more likely they are to get removed. So as you get bad reviews, which does happen from time to time, we're automatically going to go and get them flagged with Google for you. And then lastly, it's going to show you if you have any reviews from the last 6 months that you have not responded to. You can go ahead and take a moment to pause the video and see if you're happy with the responses that Paige is suggesting and approve them one by one, or click the option to approve them all now. And note, Paige will, if you have many unreplied reviews, Paige will reply all the way back 6 months, doing 5 at a time. That way we don't send like 300 review responses to Google at once. Instead, every day it's going to find another 5 and then reply to them. Next, we're going to go to the automation settings. So right now, images are incredibly important to be regularly put in on your Google Business profile. It's one of the biggest things that you can do to rank higher, but you don't want to put them all on your Google profile right away, because then you're going to put, let's say, 5 on there and then forget about it for months before you go back and do it again, which is going to penalize you because Google loves consistency. So what you're going to do is upload your images into Paige, and then Paige is going to drip them onto your profile from time to time. And as far as frequencies go, there's a concept of trust Paige, which you're going to see for all of these automations where Paige is doing something ongoing for you, where it says, how often do you want it to happen? Leave trust Paige on if you don't think you're an expert. What this allows us to do is review all of the data from over 10,000 Google Business profiles that Paige is managing and figure out what's working best for our top performing profiles, and then apply those settings to you. So putting it on Trust Page is going to let us determine the best frequency to do everything on your profile. Right now, Trust Page means if there's an image available, we're going to do it every single day. If there's fewer images, we're going to do every 2 days with a plus 1 day wobble, meaning it might be every day or it might be every 3 days, and it'll fluctuate as it goes. Let's say that you know that you want to do it at a certain frequency. Just say set custom and then pick whatever frequency you'd prefer. But again, I suggest leaving it on Trust Page. Now let's talk about the ways that you can get your images into Paige. We try to make this as easy as possible. So let me go through them now. The first is by using the image upload link. So if you are a manager or an owner and you want other people on your team to upload images, or maybe you're a marketing agency and you want your clients to upload images, what you can do is send them this image upload link and then give them their password, which you can create a brand new one for them. And when they go and log in, they can easily drag and drop images from their phone into this tool. So it makes it very simple for anyone on your team or your clients to go and add images to Paige for you. So let me go ahead and show an example now. So this is a burger restaurant. So I'm just going to drag in two pictures of burgers and you can see it's uploading them and it's processing them and it does some really cool stuff to optimize these for your profile. So I'm going to go ahead now and you can see this one had Burger King breakfast something as the file name. This is just a bunch of letters and numbers. I'm going to go into Page and refresh this tab real fast. And now you can see these two images are here. And if I click on them, you can see that Page sees that they're uploaded today and it renamed these files using your target keywords, your business name, and your target cities so that it can educate Google more about what this picture is. It also geotagged this image for somewhere in that audit area to show Google that this picture was taken nearby your business to give it a little more local authority and to show it's not a stock image. And then we also wrote a meta description that explains what is in this picture and uses your target keywords, again, linking it all back to your business. So there's nothing you have to do other than throw it into that image upload tool. The next thing that I want to show you is the drag and drop option. So if you have these images on your computer, you can, of course, come in here and just drag and drop them here, and they will upload. I'm going to cancel that since we already added them. Then we have our integrations option. So there are a few other ways that you can get images into Page. The first is you can connect to Google Drive. The next is you can import from Company Cam. So Company Cam is a contractor project tool where you upload images, and as long as you tag those correctly, they will appear inside Page as you put them in Company Cam. And the last is import from a webhook. So a webhook, think of it as an API that allows you to connect any other software that you have or place that you're already putting images so that when you place images there, Page can get them and use them for your marketing efforts and SEO. And so common examples of importing from a webhook is let's say that you already have your team or clients putting images in a Google Drive and you want to make it so that anytime a new image is uploaded, it automatically gets pulled by Page. Well, you would use this webhook option and integrate it through a software like Zapier or Make or N8N. So you can really integrate any tool with Page to provide images. You can also decide what images are being used for. So, for example, you can unselect this if you don't want them used for posts or you don't want them uploaded to the media section of your profile, or maybe you don't want them used for videos. I'm going to take a second, just upload some more images right now. All right, so I just dragged a couple more in, and I'm going to show you why I did that in a little bit when we get to the video creation part. The other thing I wanted to mention is that to help with your website SEO, what you can also do is embed these images on your website. So any image that you put on Page, you can also have show up in an image gallery that looks like this on your website just by putting this code on it. And if you have questions about that, just hit up our support team using the live chat. And we have a couple more website widgets that you can and should use to boost the SEO of your website, which can help your Google business profile as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say save and continue to finalize this automation and images will start going out. The next thing that Page will automate is the posting. So again, you can set the frequency to trust Page or you can set the frequency. I would just trust Page. And now you can pick the types of content that you want, or rather the types of media that you want used for your post that can go to Google, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So we already preset all of the settings that we recommend, and but I'll go through them anyway. So this first question is asking what types of images should we use for posts? Um, if you don't want any AI ones ever, select this one. Or if you are okay with AI when you're out of images, select this bottom one. The next option is what kind of images do you want us to use? Do you want us to only use the raw images, meaning don't add anything to it? Do you want us to brand them all, which means put your logo and some text on them? Or do you want us to brand some of them? We recommend branding some of them, and I'll show you what we mean when we go and create these. So I'm going to select some more custom ones. I'm going to say try our burgers. I'll make another one that says voted #1 burger. And I'll just do another one that says yum. Next is approval. So, are you comfortable letting Paige automatically create content and publish it on your Google Business Profile or your other social medias? If so, turn the approvals to no. Or if you trust it a little bit, but still want to have your eyes on any branded or AI generated images, select that option. And then what you want to do here is select the email address that should get notified whenever there's something to approve. And if you want to go to you, select me. Or if you want to go into multiple people, you can put in the email address of the person that you want it to go to. Or multiple people if you want this to go into multiple people, such as people on your team, a marketer on your team, or maybe a client. If you want everything to be approved, then just select yes instead. Next is selecting which social media platforms you want connected to Paige so that when Paige publishes posts on Google, it can also send these posts to your other social media. So all that you would need to do is enable Facebook. And if you have access to your Facebook page or your client's Facebook page, just say connect and then follow through the Facebook onboarding wizard that pops up. And just note that you need full access admin rights to a page to be able to do this. And maybe you don't have access to that and you need somebody else to connect it. What you can do is say invite link and then copy this link and then send it to somebody. And this will allow them to easily grant access to Page or the white label version if you're an agency, so that you don't need to deal with getting access. This makes it much easier. And then you'll follow the same steps for Instagram and LinkedIn. It's really important that you connect up your social medias because Google is actually paying attention to how active you are on especially Facebook. And so definitely get posts going to Facebook from Page if you're not already managing it. The next thing the page can do is publish reviews as posts from time to time, where it'll take a 5-star review that you got on Google and then turn that into a post and talk about it. I'm happy with these settings now, so I'm going to say save and generate. And while these generate, I want to introduce you to a new area of this, which is train Page. So let's say that you don't love the content that Page is writing. Um, what you can do is fully customize how Page writes anything as well as its personality. So you can make it write a little more organically or a little more SEO optimized, its intelligence, its elegance, and its humor level. So you can play with these settings to really make Paige talk exactly how you'd want her to. And you can also go ahead and add website training data. And by default, we will actually read your website when you sign up and then provide a really good understanding of your business here so that whenever Paige is writing content, it's taking this into consideration. So this is a fake business onboarding, so there's no website data. So what I'm going to do is just grab some fake website data I already have and throw it in here. Okay, so now that we've got some starter data in here, you can see what it would look like. And let's say that you thought that it was kind of incomplete or it was writing content that you didn't agree with. You can throw in more information here. So maybe it didn't realize that we also deliver. You could throw in something like Rizzy's Burgers also delivers to the Los Angeles area. Okay, I'm just going to save that. And now we can go down and look to see the content that Paige created. So first you can see it's using those images that we provided because Paige by default will use the images uploaded before using AI. AI is the last result or last resort. And here we can see what Paige is writing about, talking really about the business. And now that we've added more training data, what we can do is actually say rewrite this post. Um, and you have more options here. Like you can edit the text, you can change the call to action, you can change the image being used, create a new image with AI, change the publishing date. And then here you can see the days that these are set to go out. So this one's set to go out today, December 17th. This one in 2 days from now. This one in 3 days from now, a day later, right? And this is an example of a branded post where it took the logo and it added some of the text that we gave above, whereas this is a raw one where it didn't add anything special on top of the image. And again, let's say that you didn't love how Paige is talking. What you can do is go up here and say train Paige. And for posts, you can say, whatever you want to do. You can say add hashtags at the end of all posts, or whatever else you want to do. And when you say next, it'll actually go and try to reformat this in a way that AI will better understand. And the next thing that I might want to do is say, you know what, let's write more organically, and let's try to add some humor into the posts and not be so fancy. All right, so I'm going to say save. And now it's asking if they should regenerate all the content. I'm going to say yes, because I just made a lot of changes. I want Paige to now regenerate all of this with my preferences. So again, if you don't love content that Paige wrote, just tell it how you'd prefer it, do it differently. And then it'll go out and rewrite all of this content. Okay, let's continue. And I want to point out that as it goes and creates and publishes this content for you, it's going to keep creating more. So you don't need to come in and like start things over again and create anything. Paige is just going to create the content, schedule it, ask for approval if needed, and publish it, and then continue that cycle. So it really is set and forget. The other thing that I want to point out is that Paige knows about holidays. So if it's posting on a holiday or near a holiday, then it will talk about that holiday, as long as you haven't trained it to not. I'm going to click continue. And just so you know, now you're seeing this blue bar is dark. That means that it was enabled, whereas all of these you can see they're kind of grayed out. That means that they're not enabled yet. Next thing is the review management side of things. So first we need to decide how do we want Paige to handle our Google reviews. By default, you might say that if it's a one-star review, we want Paige to ask for to like come up with a response and then ask you if it's okay to publish it. Whereas maybe for fours and fives, you're comfortable with letting Paige just write the reply and answer it automatically. But it's fully up to you and what you do here. You have control. And if you want a Paige to just completely ignore a review, like maybe you don't want it to do anything, you can say ignore one-star reviews. But I would always have the AI approval required on. That way, at least Paige will give you starter content to reply with. And the way this works is within a couple minutes of you getting the review, Paige will find out from Google, and then we're going to write the review, and then we're going to email you and ask you to approve it. And so this is where you say who should approve that review. Now let's talk about how you can get more reviews. So there's a lot of review management software included inside Paige, and I'm going to do my best to explain how you can make the most out of it. So to start, there is your review request link, which I'll show you shortly, where you can find it, but you can grab it right here. Um, but again, I'm going to show you where like the easier place to get it. But what this review tool does is makes it very easy for you to ask your customers for reviews and then for you to get keyword optimized reviews on your Google profile. So I'm going to say that my experience was okay. And you can see it's going to try to get me to leave private feedback, but it's still compliant with Google because we have this go to Google button. But now let's say that the customer said that their experience was excellent. I'm going to click the happy face, and now it's going to ask the end user, you know, your customer, what they like the most. I'm going to say that they really like the flavor. And then here you can see Paige wrote a review that uses your target keywords. That's going to help you rank higher for this user to leave. So, for example, burger near me, that's one of your target keywords. Um, you know, so all the customer needs to do is hit this button and go and paste it on Google. They can also go and make tweaks if they want to make it sound more like what they want. So if I say click to copy and go to Google, it's going to copy it on my device. And now the Google box to leave a review is going to show up, and they just have to hit the 5 stars and paste in that review, and bam, you just got an SEO optimized review. And these are extremely important. It's one of the top 3 rank factors, which is getting reviews regularly with keywords in them. So definitely don't sleep on this feature. Use it as much as you possibly can. It's probably the most important thing you can do to get reviews with keywords in them regularly. Okay, so let's talk about your options to get reviews. We built what we call the BCC link. And so let's say that you don't have any software that you can integrate with Paige, and we're going to talk about that next. And you just want to have Paige email your customers and ask for a review when you're done helping them. What you can do is simply BCC this email address when you email your customer. And what that will do is is send it to Paige so that Paige can then enroll whoever that email was sent to in the review campaign, where Paige will wait whatever amount of time you set. So by default, it's half an hour. And then we'll send an email to that customer asking them to leave you a review. By the way, I'm going to show you how you can fully customize that review tool in a little bit. And then Paige will wait whatever time you set. We say 2 days, but you can change that. And then it'll send a follow-up email only if Paige doesn't think this person already left you a Google review. That way you're following up with people that didn't and not bugging the people that already did. Okay, to do this, what you need to do is connect up a Google email address so that we can actually email your customers from your own email. And the reason that we need to do that is because that's going to ensure that you get into their inbox instead of their spam and that you get as many reviews as possible. You don't want to use a shared email sender service here because they always go to spam. So you can connect up your Gmail account from your business or a Google Workspace email. If you manage it yourself, click this connect your Google email. Or if you don't manage it and you need somebody else, maybe it's a client or an admin person at your company to be the one that connects your company's email, then just click this button here, and Paige will give you a link to send. And all they need to do is click it, and it'll bring them through the process to connect up your company email or your client's email to Paige. And again, if you're an agency, this will all be white labeled as yours. Okay. The next thing that you can do is enroll customers by integrating Paige with any other software out there that supports Zapier or Make or N8N or has a webhook or an API. So what you can do is use our webhook option to receive any email that any other tool sends, whether it's a Google form, a Google sheet, or a booking tool, or a point of sale, or whatever it might be, an accounting tool. You can integrate it so that whenever you're ready to ask a customer for a review, it can send that email to Paige, and then Paige can enroll them in the review campaign and start asking them for a review. So again, to get this live, you just need to connect up a Google email address and then decide how you're going to enroll your customers in this automated campaign, either through this BCC link, where all you have to do is BCC this email address when you email your customers, or using this webhook. And if you don't want to do either, well, I have good news. You can just grab this URL here and include and just put in your email signature or any other email templates that you're already sending your customers. So if you're already sending SMS messages or WhatsApp or emails after a job is complete, just put this link in that existing template right now. Pause the video and do it so you can start getting SEO optimized reviews, because again, the keywords in the reviews are what makes the difference. A 5-star review with no comment barely helps at all, whereas a 5-star review with a couple keywords in it is going to help you significantly. Okay, let's keep going. And you know what? There's actually more ways that we help you get reviews, which we're going to talk about later in this video. I'm going to say save and continue. Now we're at the Automate Videos tab, and this is where you can get Paige to create videos for your business completely on its own. And by default, we turn on the Google Business Profile one because you should at least have these videos going there. But if you also have a YouTube channel, connect it up. Similar to the social posts, you can connect it if you manage it yourself, or you can send somebody the invite link so they can connect that YouTube channel to your Paige account for you. Same goes for Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And you might wonder, why is a Google Business Profile Management tool like Paige have a video creation feature? Well, the reason for that is because our data scientists found that businesses that maintain YouTube channels and have videos on their Google Business Profile rank much better than those that don't. And videos are very difficult to make. And so we figured, let's have Paige automate them for you. So definitely use this feature. Okay. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, pause the video and go and create one right now. It'll only take you a couple minutes and it's well worth it, because most likely nobody in your city has a YouTube channel. And if there is one, there's probably one or two, and it probably hasn't been maintained, which means that if you publish videos to YouTube, not only will you boost your SEO for your website and your Google business profile, you'll also probably get some customers and leads from it, because YouTube is the #2 search platform behind Google. So let me show you how this feature works. I'm going to say that we want to approve the videos and that I want the title of the video to be either hamburger restaurant in Beverly Hills or, voted best burgers. And you can add, as many as you want. And then for ending call to action, I'm going to actually change this and say, come try a burger today. And then you can pick different voices that you're okay with, using that fit your brand. And if you hit this preview button, then you can actually hear what this voice says. And what it's going to do is actually create a voiceover narration for the video. So I'm going to say save and generate. And you can say it says, grab your popcorn, video will be ready in about 30 seconds. I'm going to pause the video and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we are back. So what you can see Paige did was grab one of your images, turned it into a thumbnail, wrote hamburger restaurant Beverly Hills, and put your logo in it, and then made a
Craving a burger that'll blow your taste buds away? Welcome to Rizzy's Burgers, the spot in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, and Sherman Oaks for mouth-watering burgers.
And it runs through all of your different.
So, what are you waiting for? Come try a burger today.
With a call to action screen, which we set as come try a burger today. When it makes these previews, these are in low res, but the final versions will be done in high resolution. And you can see that Paige also wrote the YouTube video description in the best way for SEO. So what you can see is that it's linking back to the Google business profile. And if this was a real business and it had a website, it would also link to the website. So in your case, it'll link to your business's website and put in your address in these descriptions, so that it's bringing the SEO authority to your Google profile and your website. Let's say that you want to download this and use it somewhere else, just click this download button. But before you do that, make sure that you finish editing it if you want to. So if I click this pencil, you can see there's a full video editing screen where you can change things like the video title. Maybe you want to change what this screen says or the end call to action. You can remove photos that were being used if you didn't like them. You can add other photos if you want. You can change the voiceover script or regenerate a new one. Basically, you can tweak every little aspect of the video, but ideally, you're not changing anything because it's already going to be very SEO optimized. Okay, if you did make changes, just hit save, and then say save and continue. Next, it has us over on this website and AI SEO tab. So again, everything we do is based on data, and our data scientists found that there's actually a correlation between how optimized your website is for SEO, and how that impacts your Google business profile. And so we wanted to give you ways that you could rank better on both your website and AI search results. So the way that we do this is by coming up with Q&As for your website, as well as giving you structured schema markup. So what I'm going to do is say, yes, I would like to approve these Q&As. And say save and generate. And now Paige is going to go and look at the information on my website. Remember that long text that I put in there that Paige would have gotten for your website? It's now reading that and figuring out different Q&As or FAQs that it can put on your website to better train the Google crawler and the AI search platforms like ChatGPT to better understand your business. And this is just the start. We're adding a lot more website SEO and AI SEO features pretty soon. And while these generate, let me scroll down and show you this next part. This is the structured schema markup. This is something that's extremely important to put in the head section of your website, because this tells Google and AI platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini exactly everything it needs to know about your business in the format that it needs to know it. And so, for example, it structured this in the schema.org structure. It set the type correctly, the name of the business, the description, image URLs, the address, the opening hours, where it serves, its online reviews, and the more information it has from your Google profile, the longer this will be. And just putting this on your website can seriously improve your rankings pretty quickly. So don't sleep on this. Go into it now. Just copy this code and put it on your website. All right, so here we have the FAQs that Paige generated using the information from the website. And if you want, you can go and edit these if you don't love them. And Paige will actually come in and create new FAQs on a regular basis, depending on if you have Trust Page enabled or set a custom frequency, and just know that this will not create an infinite scroll on your website. It'll actually have a fixed height, um, and uh, and not take up your entire page. And you can also fully customize the styling. So if you want a transparent background to better fit your website, or a different border radius, maybe your website uses 15 border, you can do that. And then you have the option of how you want them visible. So show all expanded, show all collapsed, and show only the first expanded. I would probably show all expanded because it's going to help with the crawlability by the AIs and Google crawlers. Okay, and then once you're happy with this, you just go ahead and you click this code and you place it wherever on your website you want these to appear. And we suggest putting them on the bottom of your homepage. That's what's going to give it the most SEO benefit. Okay, I'm going to say save and continue, and we're going to move on. All right, so here we are on the Account Manager tab. And this is actually one of my favorite sets of features in the entire platform, because when we were running our own agency, managing around 1,000 Google business profiles, it was so difficult to stay on top of the clients to make sure that they were doing everything that they need to succeed. And so we built this tool to really be able to make sure that you do not fail. So please turn on all of these alerts and make sure that you actually read the emails, because if you do, I promise you will succeed. So let me explain what each of these do. The first one is that Paige will email you whenever it wants to know if there's anything new in your business to post about. This is important because Google rewards actual real information being updated. So Paige can ask you every, whatever number of days you want if there's anything new in your business. And then when you respond, it'll write a post about that. So this is where you say who you want it to ask. So if you're an agency, you might have this go to your client, and then you will want to receive the response yourself to go and approve it and make sure that looks good. The next is there's a new task for you to complete. Have that go to yourself, whether you're an agency or an SMB. If you're not getting enough reviews, so this is going to email you if you go more than 5 days without getting a review to remind you, hey, you need to get reviews, because if you don't, you're not going to succeed. The next is it can thank you if you get a lot of reviews. If you're doing great providing images, it can thank you. If a change is made to your Google profile. So let's say that Google cleared all the services off your Google business profile, or changed your phone number or your address or whatever it is. Paige is going to let you know what it was before and what it is now, so you can easily go and change it back. If Paige is running low on images or already ran out, it'll let you know it needs more images and then give you your image upload link to make it super easy. And then this is, again, one of my favorite. One of the best things about Paige is that it's very transparent around everything it's doing and all of your ranking improvements. So it'll send you a weekly summary of automations letting you know, hey, here are all the things I did this week, and here are all the things I'm going to do next week. And you can actually click on them to see the details. So I'm going to leave these all on and say save and continue. And just know that all of these are intentionally designed to make sure that you're getting the most out of Paige. Please do not disable them, and please actually read the emails when you get them and do whatever Paige is asking. Okay, lastly, we need to set up the reports and where we want them to go every month. I'm going to say just send them to me. Don't BCC anybody. I want them on every 30 days starting today. If you're an agency, you're going to see all these questions. If you said that you're a small business when you signed up, then we're going to make some assumptions for you. So if you're an agency, put in the date that you started helping your client, um, and then you can pick all these other pieces of information, like do you want to show AI rankings on reports, and what metrics do you want to see? And again, small businesses, we're going to make some of these decisions for you just to make it easier to set it up. I'm going to say finish. And that's all that we have to do for setting up the automations. I know we're like 40 minutes into this video, but if you were going on through this on your own, it probably would have taken like 5 to 10 minutes. So let me show you now all the other ways you can get reviews with Paige. One, I already showed you, you have this review request link. Now I'm going to show you what else you can do with it. One, you can turn it into a QR code and ask your customers to scan it. You can see down here, we actually give you a QR code that you can easily download and print out. But that's best used for a scenario where your customers come to you, like a medical practice, or if you are a home service provider and you walk around with a clipboard, you might want to print that out, put it on your clipboard, and ask your customers to scan it when you're done with your service. We also have a Zapier integration, which can make it easier to ask for reviews, similar to that webhook that I talked about earlier. And then also you can order an NFC card to make it easier for your customers to leave reviews. So the way that this works is when you order it, you'll get it in the mail. It comes in a plain white envelope that looks like this, and a little flyer that looks like this and explains how it works. Basically, you just ask your customers to take out their phone and tap their phone against it. And when they do that, it's going to bring up your review request link on their phone so that they can easily leave you that 5-star review. And so, if you want to do this, you just put in your address here, say who it should be addressed to, and how many you would like to order. We only charge $10 each for them because we really want you to get reviews. So we will basically do this at break even. I'm going to say I don't want one for now. All right. Before we go through there, I just want to show you on the review side, you can fully customize your review link by clicking on this preference icon. So you can go in here and say, you know what, I actually want thumbs up, thumbs down, or I want stars instead. And you can decide where each of these buttons go, whether it's Google custom URL, such as a different online profile, which I don't recommend, or a website, or a feedback form. So by default, all the good ones will go to Google and all the bad ones go to a feedback form where you can say which email you want to get notified about that feedback. You can also change the wording. So if you don't like any of the wording on this link, go ahead and just change it here. And then also, if you want to adjust these topics that show up for the suggested reviews, you can go ahead and change these to whatever you want. So a common scenario might be your home services business, and you actually want these services to go up. So let's say you're an HVAC company, you might say that instead of asking for attributes, you want services, in which case you could do like heater repair or AC repair or um, AC installation or whatever other services you offer, so that you can get reviews that are mentioning those actual services. You can also always order more NFC cards here if you want. Just go to order now and then put in those details. And I want to show you a really cool trick real fast. So um, if you want to reward your employees for getting reviews, you need to get their name in those reviews. So what I'm going to show you is how you can do that. You just give each of your employees one of these links, and at the end you put question mark rep equals, I'm going to say James. And then what happens is whenever one of their customers clicks this link or the QR code connected to this, you'll see that Paige is actually going to write a review that mentions James. Right? So this will inject the employee's name in the review so that you know who got the review so you can reward them. You can even get fancy and customize these for the service. So maybe you know that James helped somebody with, I don't know, say table repair. It's a restaurant, so this review might come out a little weird. But here we're putting in both the name of the person and the service that they did. And here we can see that's going to say that James was friendly and even helped with a table repair right away. That's a little fancy. You don't have to do this, but just something that you can if you want. And then you can also embed your Google reviews on your website, which can also help with your SEO. So there's a couple different styles. You can figure out the one that you like the most that might fit best on your website. You might want this one, and then just grab the embed code and follow these steps to put it on your website. While we're talking about website embeds, you also have the ability to put your posts on your website. You just go back to the automation post tab and then go here to embed local posts on your website, and it'll show a slider with your posts that you've put out with the images and the text for them, which will look really nice on your website, and also keep people on your website longer, which shows Google that people that go to your website care about your business. Let's continue on with AI rankings and general SEO best practices. If you want to improve your odds of getting ranked in AI like ChatGPT and Gemini, and just go that extra mile for your regular SEO, you need to turn on citations. And our citation platform is very unique because it doesn't require any SEO knowledge at all or any data entry. because we already optimized your Google business profile and we know everything about your business, all that you need to do to get your business listed on all of the major search directories, including the voice search platforms, is click enable. And then Paige is going to grab all that already optimized information we have for your business and then blast it out to all the most important online search platforms and directories in the most optimized way possible. And the really cool thing is that as Paige adds more information to your Google profile, like services or photos, Paige will also take those and send them to all these other directories so that you're not just staying active on Google, but you're also staying active on places like Yelp and Apple and Alexa and Yellow Pages, um, and all the other places that matter. So if you care a lot about your SEO and you want to show up in AI results, you need to turn on citations. Next, let's talk about reports. So when you signed up in the background, we actually started to check the baselines of your keywords. So what we see here is a baseline audit that shows how well you're ranking for each of those target keywords that you put in your city. And I'll explain how this works. Right here, you can see that a number 10. That means that if someone was standing right there on Earth and they search burger near me, that Rizzy's Burgers showed up in the 10th spot. And in all of this other area, we didn't show up. If we keep scrolling, you'll see it was number 19 here and nowhere else. For hamburger restaurant, we were actually ranking number 6 here, 17 here, 15 here, and 10 here, and then didn't rank anywhere else, which is actually pretty amazing since this is a completely fake business. And what I want to do real fast is bring in a different test account so I can show you what a report looks like once it actually fully generates, 30 days later. All right, so I just changed accounts to a different one that had all the information set up. And what you can see at the top of this is now, in this case, it already ran, but there's 21 days until my next ranking audit. And we can see all the lead actions that happened on our profile since we onboarded them to Paige a few months ago. So there were 582 different actions, like people calling us, looking for directions to us, and clicking over to our website. So that's a lot of people that interacted with our profile. And basically, what this is saying is that if all of them converted to customers, then that would have brought us an extra $145,500 in revenue. So it figures out what each customer is worth and tells you if you were to get them all, how much would you have made? Over here, it's showing us who our top competitor was, so who showed up first for our primary category. And then we can also see how many people in our area are looking for our type of business every single month and what it would be worth to us if we were able to get all of them. Obviously, that's not realistic because the person in the number 1 spot only gets about 35% of clicks. The number 2 spot gets 30% of clicks, and the number 3 spot gets 25% of clicks, and then it kind of jumps down from there. But this just shows how important your Google Business Profile is. And then down here, we're going to see everything that was completed in this reporting period, as well as the heat map audits that show us the before and after. And what I want to show you, though, is, here's an example for Paige SEO tool, how well it was ranking before compared to now. And you can see here under AI visibility, what this is showing us is that for the LLM version of Paige SEO tool, we ranked number 1 on Perplexity, but we didn't rank on any of these other AI platforms. So Paige is not only looking for your local ranking, but also seeing if your business is ranking for your target keywords on the major AI search platforms. Okay. While I'm in this account, I want to show you some other things. So one, if you want more people to be able to do things in your account, then what you can do is go to settings and then users, and then put in their email, their first name, last name, and then choose which screens they're able to see. So if you want somebody to only help with viewing reports and maybe editing reviews and editing the images, then just select that. And when they log in, they will only see those tabs and nothing else. You can also select exactly which businesses they can see if you have more than one business, and then you just invite them. Over here on the integrations tab, this is where you can find, we're almost nearing the end of this video, but I've got a few important things left to show you. So what I want to do right now is show that we're on the dashboard tab, and this is where it's showing all the things that you need to do based on the settings that you turned on for automation. So for example, if Paige notices there's not an offer on your profile, we found that's very important for ranking. So it's going to go and give you very easy offers that you can make and then make it super easy to get them published on Google. And again, none of this requires copying and pasting. It is all just going to do it for you when you hit approve. So here we can see there's things like FAQs to approve. There's a video to approve. And everything you need to do, you can do right from here. And if you have somebody else approving it, maybe you set those approval settings to go to somebody else, they will get an email with a link that they can click. And then once they open that link, they'll see a similar page to what you just saw, like this, where it'll show them this content and ask them to approve it or edit it. Okay, so now let's say that you're using Paige for a little bit and you're wondering, how can I do even better? What you're going to do is um, click on businesses, then view details, and then click over to see optimizations. What I want to point out a couple things first actually is some other things you can do here. So one, if you want, you can give this business a nickname in case you have a lot of businesses and you want to keep them straight. You can change your primary colors, the logo that's being used for you, as well as the back of the links. So if you don't love the review request link or the image upload link that we gave you, you can go and change it here. You can change who your top competitor was or the estimated customer value for the reports. But what I want to show you here, what I think is maybe one of the coolest features of the whole thing, is this optimizations tab. So what we do is click this, and Paige is going to look at what the top 10% of the performing profiles that it's managing are doing compared to you, and tell you exactly what you need to do to match the actions of the top performing profiles, which means that as Google's algorithm changes, Paige is going to make sure that you get the benefit of it. So what we can see here are all of the items that we have failed. So in the past 3 months, we failed to get at least 4 new reviews every month. Over here, in the past 90 days, we didn't post the recommended amount of posts, which is once every 5 days. And you can see here, if there's something that you need to fix, Paige will show you where you go to fix it. It's saying 0% of our reviews had keywords in them in the last 90 days. 50 is like the gold standard. We ran out of images 38 days ago. So we're being penalized because Google really cares about consistency. We have overdue tasks on the dashboard. We didn't connect our Instagram page. We didn't turn on citations. We don't have an offer on our profile, and we're not publishing videos to YouTube. So we're getting a lot of dings. And what you need to do if you're not seeing the ranking improvements that you want is go through these step by step and make sure that you do them so that you match exactly what the best ranking profiles are doing. And then just scroll down here and make sure that everything else is in good shape. So for example, it's showing that we only have one service on our profile right now. And now it's saying Paige recommends adding all these services. And if we agree, then I'll show you where we can improve them all. And then here it's saying these are all your services that you don't have service descriptions for. And it wrote all of these service descriptions so that you don't need to do anything. I'm just going to scroll past it all. And this would have taken you hours to do on your own. I'm just going to say approve all, and it's going straight to Google. Now make sure that all of your social links and booking links are still available and that there's nothing else you need to do. So that is how you're going to make sure that you rank at the top, because because Paige is going to do everything it possibly can to help you, but there will be some times that you need to just go and put in a little bit of effort and follow these optimization steps. While we're here, I want to show you one more thing. Let's say you wanted to publish a post today and not rely on the automation. Just go back to the business details, say create post, and here you can go and create a post. Pick which channels you want to go to that you've connected, and then pick an image and publish it. Let's say you want to see all the images in your account. You go over to the top right and say images. And here you can see all the ones that you've added, along with how Paige optimized these for SEO. So we're not done yet, but if you are a small business owner and you've gotten this far, congrats. I know it was a long video, but you can drop off now because we are just going to focus on the agency specific features now. So again, if you have any questions, please don't be a stranger. We have an awesome support team that can't wait to hear from you right here in the live chat. So please message them if you have any questions at all. Okay, and then if you're an agency owner, stick with me for a couple more minutes so we can get through these last couple things. One is um, here is the churn prevention dashboard. And once you onboard a bunch of businesses, you'll see why this is very important. Because basically, Paige is automating everything for you, and you're going to want to know when you have clients that are not active, because those are the ones that are likely to churn. And you need to do everything you can to make sure that they don't and that they're getting the value from the software so they rank higher and stick with you longer and refer more people to you. Which, on that note, if you know of any other agencies that might be interested in Paige, please click this icon here to join our affiliate program and share your link. You will earn 20% of whatever we earn. Okay. And if you want the recommendations for how you can go and save this client or get ahead of a churn, click view here and it'll bring you back to that optimizations tab. And what this is focusing on is really like how many reviews they're getting, how long it's been since their last review, how many keywords are in them, and then how many images are in the queue or it's been since they last uploaded one to Google, as well as a handful of other factors. So just start at the top, contact them all one by one as you go down, where you can see the risk goes lower and lower. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to point out for you is all of the white label settings. First and foremost, Paige is a white label business. We work with tons of agencies so they can offer this to their clients. And so what you can do is set up your white label branding, and you can add things like your agency name and Paige's name. So you can call Paige whatever you want. You can also put in your logo, your color scheme, set up your subdomain, and then there's DNS settings, the email sender name that you want to say it's being sent from. Um, and then usually, within a couple hours of you setting up the subdomain, it'll automatically resolve. And then what you and your clients can do, if you want your clients to log in, is log in at the URL that Paige gives you here. So once you set up this domain, let me show you. It's now branded ABC Agency for clients. And then even if you wanted to log in yourself, you can see that it's ABC Agency. Up here it's ABC Agency. There's no more mention of Paige or merchant anywhere. And if I log into this, you'll see it's also ABC Agency up here. And if we had a different color, it would also appear everywhere. You don't need to log in as the agency into the white label brand. Once you set it up, it's automatically applied to all of your clients. So it's just something that like your clients might see if you give them access. All right. Next is the email settings. Let's say that you wanted to completely customize all of the alerts that go to your clients from Paige and have them sent from your own email address, which I highly recommend. You just connect up your Google account here, and then you can see all the templates that Paige is going to send your clients for all those account manager um, alerts. So just have a look at these and you can tweak them however you need them to be tweaked to really match your preference. And you can build these out, to be as cool as you want. All right, I know this was a very long video, but I hope you got a lot of value out of this and fully understand how Paige works and how it can powerfully either scale your own marketing efforts or help you scale your agency. So please, if you have any feedback at all, don't be a stranger. Please let us know. And if you have any suggestions for new features for us to add, then what you can do is go to merchant.com/roadmap and you can vote on the features that we're going to work on next or request new ones that you want here and track what's coming up soon. We develop everything based on the feedback from our customers, so please don't be shy. Again, I really appreciate you using Paige. I put so much effort into it to make sure that it is as helpful as possible. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.